Hello everyone. We are back with our third and final installment of Throwback Taste Test. Let's get right to it today and see what we've got to play with. First thing we're going to look at today is the Zero Bar. These were one of my favorites. I don't know if it was because it was different. I mean, there weren't many white chocolate type options back in the 70s, early 80s. So I'm not sure if that's why this was something I enjoyed. But it certainly was definitely one of my favorites. So it is a Zero Bar. I don't know why it's called a Zero Bar. No idea. I haven't researched it, so I don't know. It's caramel, peanut, and almond nougat covered in white fudge. So let's get right to it. And I want to see if this definitely tastes like it used to way back when, because again, this was one of my absolute favorites. So there it is in all its glory, beautiful as it is. Let me see if I can even cut through this. I don't even know. Oh, come on. Okay. Here's the inside. You can see little pieces of almond in there, the nougat, and the chocolate fudge, which is really, I think, just probably almond bark. So let's take a test. See what it tastes like. I'm going to smell it. You know me and smelling food. It smells the same. Yes, it tastes the same. It's so soft, look how squishy. It is oh so soft. Oh, my doggy's coming over. He would like a bite. I'm going to give him a bite. I know I shouldn't. I know. I'm going to give him this itty bitty little bite. He's going to love it. Buddy, here you go. Try that, bud. He says, it's delicious, Mom. Yeah. This tastes the same. 230 calories. You don't want to know that. But, yeah. 100%. 5 out of 5 right there. That is tastes identical to what it did way back when. Would I buy one again? I'm not really a candy, sugary type product eating person now, only because it's not a taste that I really care for. But yeah, I guess if I had a sweet tooth and I really wanted something, I would certainly look one of these up and get it again. Absolutely. Next thing, Boston baked beans. This too was a Brock Candy Company product. You could get it in little bags. I remember going to a diner with my parents. It was called Fred's Diner. They had a little display rack, and they had all kinds of the Brock candies in little bags, and I used to beg for these. I loved these. I have not had one. I'm gonna say it's probably been 20 plus years, if not longer. So I'm kind of excited to try this one. So let's get it opened and let's see what we got. Now I remember the ones from Brock's were kind of like, they weren't smooth, they were kind of rough on the outside. I'm going to put these on a napkin because I still have these black plates and you aren't going to see these. So there they are. Wow, I gotta say, these look like beans. The other ones were kind of like this, but they were very jagged and rugged. And basically what a Boston baked bean is, the peanut in the middle, a candy coating. I can't remember, honestly, if there's chocolate over the top of the peanut or not, but I'll find out because I'm going to pop one in my mouth right now. Oh my God, they're hard. Oh my God, they taste the same. Absolutely. Wow. Memories coming back of Scrappy's, which is what we called Fred's Diner, Scrappy's Diner, Route 4, Whitehall. I'm actually going to be doing an upcoming series on my hometown, probably when it gets warmer for sure. But I will make sure and make it a point to point out that diner to you. It no longer exists. It's utilized for something else right now, but I have extremely fond memories going there. And I'll get into all that during that video. But that's going to be an interesting video. I'm going to show you all of the local haunts from my hometown, upstate New York, and different places I have memories of. I'm going to take you for a walk down Main Street and show you, you know, what's left and what used to be there, and, you know, bring you back and have some memories on that. But the Boston Baked Beans, 5 out of 5, so that's 2 for 2 today. These taste identical. Would I go out and eat this whole box? Definitely not. They're pretty sugar laden. But I mean, if you take a look, they really do look like you opened a can of dried beans in the different sizes and shapes and whatnot. Certainly they don't look like what I used to get, but they certainly taste like it. So a 5 out of 5 for these guys. And they're falling everywhere. Next up for us, where do I want to go? Where do I want to go? What do I want to try? Let's try this one. Combos. I got the pizza combos because when I was a kid, that's what I liked. I liked the pizza. Yes, you can still get them. So, you know, I know you're all going, Lori, come on. You're showing us these things we can still buy. And that's true. But again, I'll say I'm not doing this throwback taste test to say, oh, you know, it's a rarity to find it. Doing it to see, is the formula the same? Does it taste the same? Do I remember it as I did when I was a kid? So that's the whole point of this taste test throwback. Pizza was my absolute favorite. My kids still eat these today. They like the cheddar ones. I was not a fan of those. But let's go ahead and give these a try and see what they taste like. My trusty scissors. Ooh, they look the same. They smell that same fake pizza smell. Oh, the memories are rushing back, rushing back. Here's what they look like. They are, for sure, nothing more. I'll get one where you can really see. A pretzel nugget, some salt on the outside, and then inside is your filling, if you can see that. Here's the other end. So let's pop one of these in and see what we got. Oh my God. Yes. I can't even believe we're 3 for 3. Oh my God. This I will devour later. I'll just tell myself they're pretzels and they're healthy and hey, you know. Oh my God. We don't have time to answer you people. We are doing a taste test. Wow. 5 out of 5 for sure. Combo stuffed pretzel snacks. Pizza flavor. Yum-y. 5 out of 5 for sure. Delicious. Next up out of the chute, and I don't remember having these as a kid, but I remember eating these in bars. Corn nuts. Definitely remember eating them in bars. I don't know. These are basically, they're fried, I think. They might be baked, but I'm going to say they're fried corn kernels. It's just corn kernels that have been fried. You can get these in different flavors. I have not had these since, I don't know, maybe since I went to Howie's Bar on Main Street back in the early 80s. I don't know. That's how long it's been since I've had one of these. But let's give it a shot. I did see other flavors. They have a nacho flavor. They have a ranch flavor, or barbecue, a salt and pepper, I think. But I went with the original because that's what I used to eat. And I wanted to actually have it be a true taste test. So here we go. Here's what they look like. They are, without a doubt, fried, I think, maybe baked, but I'm pretty sure they're fried, kernels of corn. So let's taste it and see what we think. Crunchy. I better try a couple more. We're 4 for 4. What? I can't believe it. 5 out of 5. We just have that same crispy, crunchy, salty but not crazy salty. They basically are reminiscent of a corn chip, but a different form, of course. They're delicious. Would I try one of the other flavors? Yeah, the barbecue's probably good. Ranch, I don't know about that. But the barbecue's probably really good. Maybe the nacho's good. But I'm going to take a couple more of these while I'm getting something else ready because these are absolutely delicious. 5 out of 5. Corn nuts. Okay, we're on a roll. Let's see if we can do, I have 6 products today actually. Let's try to get 6 out of 6. Our next product, I'll just cleanse my palate a little bit with my coffee. Cracker Jacks. Who don't remember Cracker Jacks? Does it tell you how long these have been around? It just says the original. These things have been around for eons. And they make them in a bag now. But for this throwback, the lady at the store, she says, oh, you know, you can get a humongous bag over there for $1. And I said, yeah, but I'm doing a taste test, a retro taste test, and it's got to be original. So I wanted to make sure we had it in the box. Who does not remember Cracker Jacks? Caramel coated popcorn, peanuts, and a prize. Who does not want the prize in the Cracker Jacks? I mean, it was always a hokey prize, right? But it was a prize nonetheless. So let's open these up and see what we got. They are just like they used to be, in a foil bag. Nice. And it does say there's a prize inside. And who remembers the name of this guy and his dog? They had a name. I don't know what it was. If you remember, put it in the comments below so everybody knows. I can't remember what his name was. Maybe the dog's name was Jack. I'm not sure. But basically, Cracker Jacks, peanuts, nuts, or peanuts, I'm sorry, caramel covered popcorn, and that beautiful prize. And unfortunately, to get to that prize, we gotta dump out this whole box. So, oh, actually we don't. It's right here. that's about half the bag because I have the prize in my hand. Not a lot of peanuts. Come on, Cracker Jack. What? I'm going to dump it all out. Oh my God. So that's what we got in the entire box. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 5 little itty bitty peanuts. But there you go. That's your Cracker Jacks. This is the prize. I don't know if we can open this. How do we open this to see what this prize is? I don't want to break it. Lift and peel. Cannot get to this prize. I'm going to have to grab my handy dandy scissors, I think. Oh wait, no, I got it. What's my prize? What's my prize? What's my prize? Oh, I can't show you right now. We're going to wait. I'm going to wait till the end. So exciting to see what the prize is. So here's the Cracker Jacks. I remember it. What it tastes like. I haven't had it in a while. Personally, I am a fiddle faddle person. I like the toffee covered popcorn as opposed to the caramel popcorn, but I remember this flavor. And the worst thing about the Cracker Jack is, yeah, it tasted great, but you had so many those hard pieces of the popcorn stuck in your teeth at the end of the day. So let's see. I'm going to try not to get those stuck, but let's give it a shot. Yes, Cracker Jack. We have one more bite. Absolutely. Yes. 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5 thumbs up. So we are 5 for 5 right now for flavor, tasting like it did back when I was a kid. This is great. So many memories coming through right now. It's like so weird. Delicious. Thank you, Cracker Jack. You brought back all kinds of memories. This was our prize. It says lift and peel. It says Cracker Jack prize inside arcade. And what do we have? We have, what do we have? We have it, it's a sticker, I guess. I thought it was a tattoo, but it's a sticker. And it does give you instructions to go to some online site and unlock classic games. So you can go into some Cracker Jack site and play some games. But it's a sticker. I thought it was a tattoo, but no, it's just a sticker. And it's of the Cracker Jack dude, the Cracker Jack guy. First I said, wait, is that a monkey? No, it's him. So there he is. That's my prize. Thank you, Cracker Jack. And our last and final item in our last and final installment of our series, candy cigarettes. I know it's probably not politically correct, but I'm sorry. I saw these and said it has to be part of my, throwback taste test. If not tasting them, at least to look at them. Candy cigarettes. Can't believe there was even actually a thing made, but there was. And you know what? I also remember bubblegum cigars. If you remember those bubblegum cigars, put it in the comments below. I want to know how many people remember those. They came in different flavors, right? There were like a pink one that was, of course, bubblegum flavored. There was a blue one. I don't really recall that flavor. A yellow one that was banana. I think those were the only flavors they had. But yeah, I remember the bubblegum cigars and these. Let's see if they look the same. The box looks the same. Oh, no. They're very small and they're missing one thing. they don't have the red tip. The candy cigarettes always had a red tip, so you can go, yes, I'm smoking. But there's no red tip here. And I think later down the road, the candy cigarettes were then gum cigarettes, like chewing gum, bubble gum, and they were bigger and fatter and maybe longer, and you had to take the paper off and you had the chewing gum. But I remember them being like this, and you know, hey, look at me, I'm smoking. And I know it's like totally not politically correct, but hey, it was back in the late 60s, probably mid to late 60s for that, and the tips were always red. So, and then after a while you got sick of pretending, you know, you were somebody smoking and you just ate it. So let's give it a shot and see if it tastes the same. I'm gonna smell it. It doesn't smell like anything, absolutely nothing. It tastes like nothing. Oh no, wait a minute. Because I was gonna say, I remember it tasting like Pepto-Bismol. Having a Pepto-Bismol taste, and in the beginning you get nothing, and then as you work it around your mouth a little bit, you start to get a little bit of that flavor, and then it kind of hits you like an aftertaste. So you do get a little bit of that wintergreeny type taste. So I'm gonna give these I'm going to give them a 4 out of 5 because they do taste about the same. They look about the same. I got to say the box does look the same. But it's missing my red tip. What? You can't do that. So 4 out of 5 for these guys. So let's do our recap and finish up our final installment of this particular session of our throwback taste test. We were pretty successful today. We had I gotta find my papers. We had 6 products. 5 of them came out 5 out of 5 for rating, and the 4th one, the candy cigarettes, came a 4 out of 5 because they didn't have the pink tip. Other than that, it was pretty good. So we reviewed the Zero Bar, 5 out of 5. We moved on to, let me close these up before I lose them all over my countertop. We moved on to the Boston Baked Beans. And again, Fred's Diner. Look for that when I do my series. It's probably going to be a 3 or 4 part series on my hometown because I'm going to take you and show you Fred's Diner and the location. Boston Baked Beans, 5 out of 5 for sure. Then we went on to this yumminess. I'm going to have another one right now while I'm talking to you and chew it. The Combos Pizza Pretzel Snack. To die for. I want to go look for a bucket full of those, but I won't. 5 out of 5. The corn nuts that I used to have back in my younger days when I'd be going out with my friends, having a couple of brewskis. Corn nuts. 5 out of 5. Still tastes the same. Delicious. I'm gonna have to get all this in here. Cracker Jacks. Taste the same. Delicious. A true 5 out of 5. I wish the price was better. You used to get some better things in there, but you know, times are tough now, so I get it. And I did get this beauty. And lastly, our candy cigarettes. Again, not politically correct, but a true sign of my childhood, so I wanted to throw them in here. A 4 out of 5 because it didn't have that pink tip, but everything else was the same. So thank you so much for joining me for this last and final installment. I hope this was a video that you enjoyed. I'm going to try to do more of them. I do have probably a 2-parter coming up And I know this sounds really weird, but it's going to be food I found at Dollar Tree. Only because I was walking through Dollar Tree one day and I said, whoa, they've got a lot of things in here. Things that I would not normally purchase, things I would not normally eat. But I wanted to try them. I wanted to see what can you get for $1. So I'm going to have that coming up pretty soon. And I hope you enjoyed that. And then again, the My Hometown series will be coming up pretty soon as well. By then, it should be warmer out, or I can go out to some more cemeteries, do my necrophonics and do some different things that way. And, you know, if it gets on warmer days, I'll try to throw something like that in as well. As it gets warmer and I can actually go out and not freeze to death, doing a video. So in the meantime, we're gonna, you know, fill in with different things. This series, this 3-part series being one, my 2-part food I found at Dollar Tree being another. And hey, thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. Like and subscribe, share this with your friends, share this with your family. Make sure you're hitting the notification bell so that you are getting notified of all upcoming and new content. And we will see you next time. Have a good day, guys.